Hey, if you're a voice actor, you're really going to want to listen to this before you get into the video. You see, I'm starting something what's known as the String of Creation, which is a series of stories and stuff that I have been creating over the past couple of years. Now, I really need help with making it into reality. It is a large project with over like 150 voiceable characters, I believe, along with 100 or so alternate timelines and stories that we can all delve into. But anyway, I won't take up any more of your time. I have a Discord channel, I have a Discord server that I'm actively making, and I believe it will be finished by the time this video is posted. But let's get into the fucking video, because you guys want to hear about the time that I took 4,000 milligrams of edibles. So this takes place at around like May of 2026. This was a couple months ago, and this was during the time that I had taken around, I'd say I'd smoked around a pound of weed during this month. So it was a lot. I was really deep into an addiction. But weed, in my opinion, the addiction of weed is very controversial, but we'll get into that at another point. So this was about the time that I'd went and visited my brother in Kentucky. I went to go visit him, his wife, and his I have 3 kids. I think I'm high as shit right now, so I could not tell you like how old they were or how many there were. I just remember they're my nieces and nephews, and I love them either way, so we're gonna have a decent time. But I figured to pregame this weekend, I'm probably gonna just take some edibles, which I hadn't done before, by the way. This was a new experience for me, and I was gonna see if I can just tank through the weekend and bear with the nieces and nephews to maybe have a good time. So I buy a sample pack of 2 to try the night before I go on to this horrible adventure, and I buy a jar of 10. It might have been a jar of 10 or a jar of 20. I just know that I took 10, and I know my dad had some too, so it was probably a jar of 20, to be more accurate to the story. But for this sake, it's a jar of 10. And the next day, I was planning on taking 2 as well. Well, at around 5 p.m., whenever I woke up, because I'm a fucking night owl and never go to sleep on time, and my insomnia kills me, I am starting to pack my bags to go with my mom, and I see that the jar is sitting on top of the dresser, and I'm like, well, I should probably take that. And then I look at how many. I was like, I wonder how many I could take today and see if I can maybe make this 8-hour car trip, by the way, it was 8 hours, this 8-hour car trip be a little bit better and a little bit more tolerable. So I open it up and I go to take 2, and in the back of my head I'm like, what if I just take all of them? Because I'm not gonna have this many edibles like all at one place, and I didn't for a long time. Actually, for like a solid month I didn't have that many edibles. So I was like, why not? So I bottoms up the fucking bottle. Let's go. It's the day. I'm going somewhere, don't know where, but it was a split-second decision. And that's how this entire thing went on. It's kind of all about a bunch of bad decisions now that I come to think about it, but let's get on with it. So I get everything packed up, I get with my mom, we go to the Enterprise, and then we go and get our 2022 Toyota Corolla. Now, this is actually relevant for a point that I'll get into later, but for now, it's relevant because it's a 2022 Toyota Corolla. So we are off to the races in around half an hour. So we have pretty much everything going. The edibles are in my system. It's like 45 minutes in, and it's nearing around, it took me about 2 hours to pack, so it's nearing around 8 p.m. And we are actually heading off towards the Tennessee mountains. So another 30 minutes go by, and I'm actually hotboxing the car. Like, my mom agreed not to smoke this entire time, but I'm definitely smoking, because if I don't have a joint at all times or some kind of smokable weed, I will tweak the fuck out. So I'm sparking up, and I'm smoking inside the car, letting it go out the window, and the sun starts to set, and we're gonna get into the first, like, major good event that happened in here. There's, like, only 2. Or major funny event, because again, second time I'd ever taken edibles, by the way, so it was a really intense experience, and most of it was pretty god-awful. Don't do drugs, kids, it's horrible for you. But I digress. So, as the sun starts to set, I'm like, alright, I'm finna get some fucking music playing. If it's not a good high if I don't have some songs. And my playlist goes from Johnny Cash to fucking Juice WRLD, and vice versa. I listen to literally everything. And I'm like, alright, I'm gonna put on some Juice WRLD, Legends by Juice WRLD, shout out, I love that man, great artist. and I start listening to it. And as the Legends by Juice WRLD fades out, if you guys didn't know about the Tennessee Mountains, there's a lot of cool valleys and spots that you can look over, but there's a certain section within the Tennessee Mountains I have yet to find that has a 5-minute road leading out towards the west side of America, or facing that. It's a valley and it faces towards the west side of America, or at least towards the sunset. And as Legends by Juice WRLD fades out, I get serenaded by Clash of Worlds from Red Dead Redemption 2, and I look over and I see this sunset, and I become Arthur Morgan. I start remembering all the times, and like the videos in my background and whatnot, I start remembering all the times that I had spent with my friends, spent with my just had such a great time with them. And honestly, it was pretty great. But as with everything, it all comes to an end eventually. And as that fades out, the night starts to set in. And as the night starts to set in, I realize I'm in the middle of the Tennessee Mountains off of 4,000 milligrams of edibles at night. So it's a wild fucking ride. Stay tuned for part 2. I'm not good at telling long stories, so I have to do this in parts, but there's going to be like 3 or 4 others, and you guys are going to have a blast. I got a bunch of stories. Anyway, I'll see you guys in another video. Peace out.